So the sleeping giant in Detroit has awakened. Ford is coming back. They are going after Tesla. First off, the Ford Lightning in 48 hours sold 44,500 units, and actually a total of 100,000 units are on pre-order right now. And they're actually releasing another truck that's going to be under 20,000 and is probably going to be a car that we want to modify and we're all going to want. So we've got two amazing cars. We're going to talk about it. Let's go. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Talking Mods. If you don't know who I am the CEO of Mod Bargains, 17 years, shameless plug. Mod Bargains, we sell all automotive parts from bumpers, wheels, tires, suspension, all these great things, and we're here to help you guys. So, on today's topic, we are going to talk about what Ford is doing and this amazing new stuff that's happening on Ford's end and how it's putting the EV market, the electric vehicle market, on notice. So before I get into the Ford Lightning, which I know you guys want to hear about, I have to tell you guys about the Ford Maverick. It is a truck that is under $20,000, and it looks to be a vehicle for us to modify and for people who it's an affordable truck that people can own. Now, what's really amazing about this one, this is a naturally aspirated vehicle, right? Well, they have a hybrid actually. So hybrid and a naturally aspirated vehicle with the EcoBoost Turbo. You can get 40 miles per gallon on this truck. You can tow a payload of 1,500 on it. I think the styling looks great. You can seat 4 people comfortably. I think this is a big time, I guess, home run is the way I like to call it. And I think you get a lot for your money. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Play. It's got, 5G connectivity or LTE connectivity. It's got a lot going on for it. Now, horsepower numbers, the hybrid does 191 horsepower. The EcoBoost will do 250 horsepower with 277 pound of torque. That's a ton. And keep in mind, EcoBoost motors are very tunable and can always produce bigger numbers in terms of tunes. Hopefully they're legal, obviously, but I think this is going to be a big one, right? The EcoBoost is probably the one that I would go for. I think it looks sexy. I mean, you can put a lot of things in here. I mean, it's got 33.3 cubic volume on it. We're talking about, again, 40 miles per gallon. You don't have to get an EV. Yes! And you get a car that gives you a great modifying platform. You get a truck. You get to, it just best of all worlds, I think. It's a very good overall package and a very, very affordable one. So guys, check it out. This isn't a review because I haven't been in this truck, but I'm very excited by it because I think this is going to be a very interesting platform that you can purchase brand new. You can put, modifications, you can do suspension, you can raise it, you can go off-roading, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can increase the power, you can lower it if you want to race it. You can do all kinds of great things, and I think this is going to be a very, very interesting platform. Okay, so now let's jump into the Ford Lightning, which I think a lot of us have been hearing about. If you haven't, this is the new Ford Lightning EV. Now, the Ford Lightning came out in the 90s, became very famous in the early 2000s thanks to Fast and Furious. If you haven't watched Fast and Furious, well, you're probably not our normal demographic, but it is a very fast truck. That was a 0 to 60 truck that I think did 5.2 seconds. Was a very cool truck, lots of horsepower, was very desirable in limited production. And today's modern day version of that really cool truck is probably the Raptor, which, as you know, has a big demand for it. So the Ford Lightning is a very interesting vehicle. One, it's going to be about, the cheaper XL version is going to be $39,975. Plus, if you go to their website, it qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit. Now, in a previous video that I did on EVs, it could actually qualify for $12,500 if a bill passes. Now, that's a whole other subject, but if that bill passes, then even more could be taken off that vehicle. But for right now, it does qualify in the $7,500 according to Ford. So that makes it very affordable, and their high-end version with all the trimmings is $52,700, I believe. So what is so special about the Ford Lightning, right? And what's the big deal? Now, Tesla Cybertruck has been getting a bunch of orders. Once this Ford Lightning got announced with all this great stuff, which I'm going to go into, they got a bunch of pre-orders as well. Over 100,000 as of the current standing. And it's probably going to get hard to get that 7,500 if you're not in the initial pre-order. So as the time of filming this, I do suggest if you're interested, do your pre-order. It's only $100. If you can do so, then do so if you think you're going to be getting it. It does come out in the spring of 2022. Initial projections were to make about 75,000, actually 40,000, and then they upped it to 75,000 units. I think they're going to go way harder on it. And Ford is one of the few companies that can actually meet the productions. Now, if you look at Tesla, they haven't been able to meet productions. They're trying to get to 1 million cars. Ford can definitely make 1 million cars. That's a company that can back it up, has the pedigree, with building cars. So I think this is what makes it really exciting is we have competition now. The EV market gets real competition. And the battery life on the Ford Lightning, I think that's a big one for most people. So the long range version has 300 miles in range and the short range version has 230 miles in range. Now you might think that might not be a lot. So Darren Palmer, who's been at Ford for 31 years, wanted to really tackle this.
Flat outball.
Range anxiety. Took his own family and they put 7.4 million miles of testing. Not only in the suspension and the chassis, which is all brand new, but to make sure that they built an algorithm that was actually accurate for the real mileage. Now, speaking from personal experience, since I do have a Tesla and a lot of Tesla owners, the mileage range that you see on your screen and even the real life range that you get is never accurate. They're trying to get a very, very accurate algorithm, whether you're using the AC or you're in heavy traffic or you drive 80 miles an hour on the freeway or you're driving 65 miles an hour on the freeway. They are really building something here that's really interesting because they want to really put together an algorithm that works. And they've been investing quite heavily into this. Now, they're keeping the weight lighter. They're using an aluminum body, which is what Tesla did. And Ford has generally not done this, but they've gone into an aluminum body for the truck, which I think is great. They've worked on the suspension to make it very comfortable, but yet still rugged and off-road. Again, 7.5 million miles tested. One of the things that they were talking about when they tested it, they put it onto their crazy pothole area that they had to use robots because it was too intense for humans, just to make sure that the vehicle was, compliant, which got me pretty excited. And I actually want to see this test course that they're talking about. So robots driving, makes it very interesting. Now, why is this so exciting, right? We've got a truck here that can do a 2,000 payload. It can take your horses. It can take your trailer. It has the range. It can use the network that's available. Ford is building into their algorithm to try to save you electricity. During peak hours, you can use it to power up your house. They're trying to build a system that it can power up your house, and during on-peak hours, so where it's the electricity is cheaper, you can then charge your truck back up. So the Lightning could actually be the best tailgate vehicle we've ever seen. It can do full screens, like you can bring your LED, you can plug your LED TV, you can have a full refrigerator, run your sound system, run an electrical burner on it, and it's going to have all these plugs designed into it according to Ford so that it can become this amazing tailgate.
Are you kidding me right now?
If you're going camping and stuff like as well, that could be an amazing camping truck, which I know that people use it for multiple purposes, their trucks, right? Now, to top it all off, what kind of horsepower numbers are we talking about, right? Well, the original Lightning was in the 5.2 seconds, I believe. Now, they're saying the 0-60 should be around 4 seconds. We're talking about 563 horsepower, 775 pounds of torque. That is some impressive numbers. That beats the Ford Raptor, and it's going to have all the trimmings. Look at the tax credits you're getting. You're getting a great vehicle. If you like EVs, that is, right? If you want the motor, you can still get the Raptor. I think the Raptor is one of the best trucks out there. But I think with these numbers, you're looking at some pretty insane an EV truck that puts the Cybertruck on notice. What do you guys think? I want to hear your guys' comments. Do you think this is going to become this insane platform to develop on? Because I really do. I think this is going to be one of the premier EV trucks that we can modify. It looks like a normal truck, but it has all the trimmings. It's got a lot of, all the gadgets. It's got a lot of things that we can do with it. And you've got the range and you've got affordability, So when you have the affordability here, this makes it very viable for a lot of us. And obviously, I want to get your opinion. If you haven't subscribed, I know the majority of people watch this channel, but they don't. I think it's like 60% don't subscribe, or maybe a little more. I would really appreciate it if you do. It really does help us out. Your comments help us out, and smashing on that like button is a big deal. I should probably ask you guys in the beginning, and you probably have dropped off as I'm saying this, but I really do appreciate it, and I hope you guys like this information. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think this is going to be a platform to modify on? And I will see you on the next Talking Mods.